Good morning, everybody, and thank you for watching. Right, first of all, I'd like to say a massive thank you to everybody that took time to wish me a happy birthday. It means the world that I've seen so many people saying, all the best, good luck, and all that side of things. And I know that when it's other people's birthdays, that they feel the same. It's lovely to get these messages off people. When you were younger, you didn't get cards because it it took a bit of effort to go into a shop, buy a card, write an address out, send it off. But because of social media, we can all take 2 minutes out in this day and just write down good luck, thinking of you, whatever. There's people that not forget, but they're doing other things. They might not go on social media that day, and they miss people's birthdays and notifications. And I get that. I do it all the time. So if I missed yours last year, and then you sent me one on mine, simple reason is we're probably really busy and we've just missed it, and that's it. And I think everybody's the same. So what's happening in the world of damp? Some exciting news, actually. I've been putting out on different channels and different things about just little snippets saying that we've got a podcast coming. We record them at minute. We're building up a bank of episodes. They're going to be professionally edited by the podcast agency, Aaron Kane, all them lads. So they're going to be content that's going to come out is going to be a lot different than it was before me just sticking my camera up. Fingers crossed, hopefully. So the difference is that you're going to get a more polished version of me. I'm straight up northern, down to earth. I don't think that's ever going to change, but we're going to do a show. It's called Damp Show. There's me and one of my mates, Gav, Dry Gav. So Damp Sam and Dry Gav. See what we did there. We're going to be together, do it show. It's a conversational thing. He's going to be a lay person. I'm talking about damp. He's asking me questions. We're going to do a bit of an in-depth thing on each section of damp, and or each type of damp. There's overviews, but also we're going to do some interviews. Now, the interviews that we do, they're not going to be like mega famous people, although there's a couple that that are quite that have done things, and I'm not building it up too much. There's no A-listers yet, but we have got a few people lined up. What we're gonna do is these people are getting interviewed, and it's just going to be their journey through work. So from school to what they're doing now and how they got there. It's an interesting journey. Everybody's got a different story, and it's so kids who are at that age when they're making the decisions on what they want to do can just be shown that it's not be all and end all. There's 55-year-old people still in jobs who don't want to be doing that job and want to do something else. So asking a kid at 16 to decide even younger, 14, to decide what they want to do in life, it's just a start. So you start off, it's first rung that ladder, but what we've got to get through to them is that's not going to be end game. So whatever you start doing, it's like climbing up a tree. So you set off up trunk, and then you can go off on different branches, and if you're lucky, there'll be a bigger tree and you can jump into that one. So this is what the interviews are going to be about. It's going to be me and Gav sat with someone, just asking them their journey from making the choices of what grades they did at school, what exams they did, and how that affected them as they go through the work life. It's something that I want to listen to because I'm interested in stuff like that. I've been listening to podcasts for the last few years. When I go to the gym, so I've always got my things in. I'm always listening to someone. That it's going to be a big market, and it's interesting. It's interesting to listen to that side of things. I listen to podcasts. I listen to Johnny Parkin's podcast, Under the Cosh, Fern Cotton's, Frank Skinner's, Absolute Radio, and it's just his podcast. There's no music in it. It's just them talking in between records. But Rob Moore. I'm trying to think of a few others but I've got like quite a few on a list, and there's hundreds more out there. So I just need to sit down and look and find them. Hopefully one day mine will be there. So, and then you can listen to a down to earth Yorkshire person or persons, one who's more down to earth than other, and a guest, and listen to what they've got to say and how they got to where they are. So I just thought that I'd put that out there, and I don't know why I'm saying these cliches. Put that out there. I'll be saying coming at you in a minute, like Bellend used to say. We used to go to that networking thing. Oh, I used to go to a networking thing in Sheffield, and guy started out as a lovely bloke, down to earth, just like me, into his football, and I got taught a lot, and he set me off on right foot, but he won an award, and his whole world just kind of, it just changed. So he went from being host to a networking event to thinking he was a rock god. He used to come on stage to NMM's music, and I'm sure he used to think he was Eminem, and like going like that, and it was just like, oh mate, you're embarrassing yourself. I mean, some people used to buy into it, and I think he's still doing somewhere or other, but it was just cringe. It was proper cringe. But I'm not mentioning his name, but he did start me off on a path and pointed me in the right direction, and I'll always be thankful for that. But man, I don't know what he's up to now, but I just hope he's not still coming on stage thinking he's Eminem. So if you are, mate, stop it. It's just not. It's not you. Get back to being down to earth and telling your stories down to earth type thing. What did I get for my birthday? Right, so I'll go through my presents. I got this tape measure, look. This is what I got off my sister. So it says it's a 3 metre tape measure. I don't know if it's any good for out, but you can measure round things. But what it has got is this. It's got things on it. So where measurements are. So if I open it to here, that is how far an average flea can jump. So when you're measuring stuff, you can. What's this one? It just says Hollywood. Oh, right, that's it. So that's how big an Academy Award is. Just imagine that's bigger than I thought. So that's an Academy Award. Look, hang on. The size of my head. I ain't got biggest head in well, but let's just get some practice. I'd just like to thank everybody who supported me in all the years of hard work, especially all them on Facebook who got in from beginning and watched my podcast. Yeah, they'll all be receiving a check in the post, and they'll be able to come to my A-list party. Okay, my mum and dad as well for having me. There you go. So just practicing. What else we got? I don't know what that is. It's some kind of animal, but I can't even spell it. Oh, that's an interesting one. Right. So you remember Sputnik that went into space in I think it'd have been about 1965 or something. First satellite in space, I think it was. That's how big it was. That's unbelievable, isn't it? Thinking that it beamed back all them signals and stuff, and it was such a groundbreaking moment. It was that big, and it was round, I think. I'll have hours of fun with that. I just got a coffee. I got some Valentino scent. I don't know what they called it, but it was one that I'd asked for Christmas. I put a list of stuff down for Christmas, and this Valentino one of them. So I got a Comme des Garçons one for Christmas, and I got a Valentino one for my birthday. It smells spicy, and I'm trying to think of name how they describe it. But I'm tipping for Easter. I'm going to get other one that are on the list. Fingers crossed. You never know, do you? You never know. So that were off my sister, and plus some other stuff, some cheese things and that. And I've got cards. We've got a banner up here saying happy birthday. Of a balloon. I'm going to show you the balloon. I got one single balloon, which were I think leftover from ones that Izzy had or Mel had or something. Well, they made them in Sunny with it being pink, but so that were welcome. I got some joggers, well, if joggers off my son, and a top. And I got a top off my mum, big like a lumberjack shirt. I'm gonna wear it though. It's warm. You'll see me in that, like a check thing. And that's about it, really. Plus all, but other than presents, thing that warmed me out more than anything were all wishes of happy birthday. I'm not going to say how old I am, but it's the same. It's the same forwards as it is backwards. So I'll let you make your own guesses which century it's in. I'm going to tell you a bit more about. I'll just tell you a bit more about this. I'm going to say collaboration that I've signed up with the podcast agency. So not only are we going to be doing podcasts with them, we're going to be putting out some other content as well. So all my videos and TikTok, we're going to sort of push on TikTok, and we're going to push on Insta, and we're going to push on Facebook, and we're going to push on Twitter, so and YouTube. Anybody that watches that will know what I'm on about. But I ain't said swear word. And YouTube. But that's been one of my favourite carryings on of a year on YouTube. If you know, I don't like saying it, but if you do know, you know. That's better than if you know, innit? So if you do know, you know. Yeah, so that's been, it's still going on. It's still going on, and I keep having a look, and it's funny. It's funny. Everything's. It's funny in it but it's kind of like watching kids in a school playground. But so what we're gonna do is they're gonna be sort of editing and cropping and that, and professionally putting together all content, and it's going to be going out on all social media. So you're going to see probably a bit more of me, and so them that are sick at sight of me, I apologise, and them that want to see more, subscribe to all channels and that, because it's going to be good. It's going to be good. The stuff that we're going to put out is going to be more content to help people that's got damp issues, because I just think we're only scratching the surface at the minute with think we're 300 in the Facebook group. So I started a Facebook group to help people kind of identify in first instance what their issues are. So rather than going straight online and going onto Checkatrade and going onto Yellow Pages or whichever way that you search for things, just on Google maybe, what you can do is you can go onto our Facebook group, which is called Why Has My Property Got, what is it, why has my property got damp Sam? So look for that on Facebook. Why has my property got damp Sam? And you can kind of speak to me, upload your photos, and I'll comment in first instance. But you've got to remember that you're probably going to need a site visit, but I can look at pictures and I can say or videos that you put up, and I can gear a kind of rough idea what's going off, and then point you in the right direction wherever you are in country or world, even if we've got that reached that far. And this is what we're predominantly wanting to do. We're wanting to sort of give people a place where they can get in contact with someone more or less straight away. And at the minute it's free, so at the minute I can do it in between what I'm doing, my work life and everything else. So I'll get Facebook out, and we're trying to help as many people as we can. I don't know why I'm saying we, because it's normally down to me. Well, Gav's going to be on podcast, but it's me that's sort of gaining an account of things. I asked for some professionals to come on, and there has been a couple, but that's signed up. So hopefully we'll get more and more and more, and then more of these professionals that's in my industry. If we can get them onto Facebook website, then we can all answer your questions and all be pointed in the right direction. Because damp is an head scratcher, especially if you get it straight away, because you don't know whether it's rising damp. Not all damp is rising damp. I'm going to get some t-shirts with that, madam. Condensation, don't know whether it's condensation. Lateral damp, penetrating damp, excuse me. Salt damp from sulfates, or leaking pipes. So if you've got a leaking pipe, you can normally send a picture, and we can normally say, yeah, that looks like a leaking pipe. And there's other stuff, there's basements flooding, and do you need sump pumps and that, and has my basement been converted correctly? So if you find group and ask to join, we'll let you join, and for now, for free, we'll let you join, and you can get your questions answered for free at the minute, because that's where I'm, that's why I started out, and as long as I can keep doing stuff for free, I'll do it. All we ask is you subscribe to YouTube, and then just subscribe to a social media, and just help us build a community where we can all kind of help each other in this menial type thing, because it's just damp, innit? It's just damp, but it can be taxing. It can be taxing on your brain. You don't know what's happening. I do. So that's Damp Sam. That's a soya latte coffee thing. So I like one of them on a morning. That's what I have if I go to Starbucks or Costa. So if you see me in there, always offer to buy me one. Might not accept, but always offer to buy me one, rather than a pint. Well, no, if you see me, I'll always have a pint as well. So that's what's been going off. I've got a few days off now. I'm on quite a few courses, building up my knowledge on different things, and then also we're going to be converting a property in next next few months, we're converting a property into a serviced accommodation, and hopefully we'll be buying somewhere, so you can watch that journey as we're doing it, because I'm going to film all bits. I'm nosy, I like to see things like that when I'm sat watching YouTube, so fingers crossed other people will, and we can get, and you can ask questions about it on way, and it'll be more professionally shot, and hopefully a better watch. You'll be able to judge. You'll have to judge whether it is a better watch or not, because you'll see older ones and you'll see newer ones. I mean, some older ones, people said they can't hear me, but hopefully, as I'm progressing, I'm ironing these problems out. Because I just started out with just my iPhone, rubbishest iPhone going. I've got best iPhone going now, and I've got a good camera on it. I've got a decent mic on it as well, so hopefully you can hear me loud and clear. I've bought a ton of stuff for recording studio. It's all set up. Took professional advice. Learned how to set everything up. So we've got a recording studio, my old office, really, that's been set up. You'll see that when you see it videos. But acoustics in there are good. I've done a video up here. I've done recordings up here. It is quite echoey, but down there it's sounds a lot more damper. It's not bouncing around. Sound waves aren't bouncing around as much. So I'm hoping that things are going to, take off, and things are going to get exciting for everybody. And so the show's going to be called the Damp Show. I was going to say the Damp Show. The Damp Show, featuring Damp Sam and Dry Gav. The extra bit, I've thought of a title for interviews. So we've got the Damp Show featuring Damp Sam and Dry Gav, and then the extra bit's going to be called I'm Just an Ordinary Kid From, and then it'll be wherever they're from put in. And that comes from John Bishop. I'm just an ordinary kid from Liverpool. Just sounded like him, didn't I? I bet he thought he were in the room then. And I was throwing my voice. See if I can do it again. I'm just an ordinary kid from Liverpool. So it comes from that. So it doesn't matter who you're interviewing, at some stage, if they end up as an A-lister, when they were a kid, picking the A-levels or whatever, or thinking unless you're from privileged backgrounds, but then I'll be interviewing just ordinary kids from wherever. So that's going to be subtitle interview section. I'm just an ordinary kid from Doncaster. One of the guests. I'm not. It's just it's just a clue to somebody that's already said that they'll do an interview yesterday, and I'm chuffed to bits because it's somebody I've wanted to interview for a long time, and I've known for a long time, so I can't wait for that one. I just see their journey. I'm not saying it's whether it's a him or a her. And there's going to be a lot from Barnsley. So all your lot that's my mates, you might get a text and a knock asking to be on show. So just expect it. If you don't want to be on, you don't want to be on. But all it's going to be is me and you talking, and Gav, about where you got from when you were there to when you were there, and it's going to be interesting listening. So that's Damp Sam signing off. I hope you have a fantastic Thursday, and you win lottery or something. See you later.